That was pretty awful. I did not enjoy that voyage. The Spirit of Tasmania is a ferry that makes the crossing between mainland Australia and Tasmania. A lap of Australia would not be complete without including Tasmania, and we've been looking forward to checking out the final state of our 3-year journey. Of course, it wouldn't be the same without our van, so on the 2nd of January, we drove the van onto the ferry for the 10-hour crossing across Bass Strait. In this video, you'll see what it's really like on the Spirit. Will we get seasick? Will we get bored? You'll get a tour of the ferry and we'll answer some of the questions you might have. We are in Geelong and we've come down this morning to watch the Spirit of Tasmania taking off. Tomorrow we're going to be on the Spirit of Tasmania. Oh, there it is between us, look. Today is the 1st of January and it's the day before we head over to Tassie on the Spirit of Tasmania. We're super excited about this part of our trip. There's actually quite a bit of prep that we have to do before we go to Tassie. The number one thing is dealing with the quarantine. Yet again, crossing a state border and we can't take any fresh food with us. So I'm currently cooking up every piece of fresh fruit and vegetable that we have in the van. I'm going to make a big soup, a banana cake, and everything else we're going to have to eat at some point today or throw out before we get to the boat tomorrow.
What's it? Meanwhile,
what are you doing, Nigel?
as little as possible, actually. I'm kind of feeling a bit jaded.
Yeah, you're jet lagged and hungover.
Jet lagged and yeah, slightly dusty.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
You just relax there, mate.
I'll supervise.
Okay. Step number 1, soup is complete. Along with the no fruit, vegetables, fish, honey is also plants. And even though it's pretty dead, means I've also got to get rid of my sad looking Christmas tree. Nigel wants to cure his hangover. Oh, we're going to get a Nigel dive. Oh, he's getting ready. It's very shallow. There you have it, friends, the first Nigel dive for 2024. Happy New Year.
The next day.
Good morning, friends. We're up and we're getting ready to head down to the Spirit of Tasmania. Just making some quick breakfast. I've made the most amazing bowl this morning. What are you having for breakfast, Nige?
I haven't quite figured that out yet. Bits and pieces. Toast.
Tomatoes, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Get into those tomatoes.
Banana cake? No, maybe not.
That's coming with us.
Alright.
We stayed last night at a little free camp in this town called Inverleigh. It's just like a little rest area on the side of the road. There's no facilities here, but there are public toilets. Just a short walk into the town. There's a pub there, general store. We are just finishing off breakfast and about to head off to the port to catch the Spirit of Tasmania. We're off.
Got the step?
Oh.
Yep, got the step.
You got the step? Well done. Right, so we're just arriving at the terminal. You can see there's a lot of foot passengers here. There's the boat. Woohoo! Oh my God, I'm super excited. Just a little bit nervous. So you can see they've got all these markers on the roads. We had to pay according to the length of the vehicle. So you can see these guys here at their caravan are almost 11 metres. So we're just waiting in line. Oh, actually we're about to move forward at the check-in. I better get the little reference up.
How you doing?
Good, thanks. How about you?
Yeah, we've got a...
What about the last 3 numbers?
last 3 are 827.
And you got Sue and Nigel.
That's us.
There's your boarding passes.
Awesome. All right.
And
Thank you.
security will direct you down to quarantine.
Okay, cheers.
Thanks. Okay, so we've just had the quarantine guy come on and check the fridge, No fruit, veggies, garlic, onions, honey.
Sadly, that we've had to turn the gas off, so I can't
Yeah, I
make
know.
coffee.
We have to. There's a cafe inside the terminal
Yeah,
somewhere.
it's not as good as the Nigel barista.
I know. So all the vehicles are here lined up, getting ready to go on. I'm just taking a quick walk to the toilet. So there's a terminal here, which I think has like a cafe in it and toilets, most importantly. It's a big boat and a little boat, and the toilet's up here. So there's also a cafe, you can grab a coffee. So we're about to head up. Oh my god, this is so exciting, Nigel.
Well, it takes me back to when we were working on the road in Europe.
Yeah, hang on, I just had this horrible thought.
Why?
I have to do this by myself. If I have to stop on this ramp, oh my god.
Handbrake.
My kill starts.
Handbrake. Yeah, it really does. It reminds me of the Dover to Calais ferry.
Yep. Here we go. So we're almost to the front of the boat, which is awesome. It's going to be great for getting off. There's this guy here who's going to direct us.
Beautiful. There we are.
There we go. Right, let's go get on the ferry. So we're leaving the van. Now we've got to go and find our way. Might have some friends on board. Oh, the poor pets have to sit in there.
Oh, woofer.
Oh, poor woofers. Where do we go?
Ah, through there.
Thank you. We're going up.
It'd be a good idea to get a chair, wouldn't it?
Yeah, there's nice chairs through there. I don't know, we're going to
Didn't think about that, did we? Everyone's running for chairs.
Yeah. As it's the middle of school holidays, the boat is full and chairs are at a premium today. Yeah, this is supposed to be the nice place, the reading place, because
What's wrong with this?
quiet. Yeah.
Why don't we just park here?
Yeah. Right, so this is, we found our little spot. We've got an even better spot down here in the corner. Tucked away, nice and quiet. Life is good. The ship is moving. We're off. Can go out here.
This is
Oh, it's such a nice day today. Look at this. Nice calm sea. See you, Geelong. So I guess the next exciting thing will be when we go through the heads. Might be a bit rough. Although the captain did say that today it is supposed to be quite a smooth sailing, but expecting a little bit rougher at around 1:30. So it's in about 3 hours' time. And we should arrive into Devonport, Tasmania at about 8:30 p.m. So we'll just take a bit of a walk around the ship and see what we can see. There's loads of places for sitting. There's a couple of cinemas on board. I think there's a lot of kids' movies showing because it's, you know, school holidays. So it's a little bit fun and games trying to find your way around here. Blue lift. This may take us up to 9 and 10. Okay, this is deck 10. This is like the outside deck. Oh, it's warm here. Pizza, ice creams, bar, free Xboxes. Pretty cool. Kids are going to be happy here. So here we are on board. I'm just editing some video. Nigel has gone to get a knife so he doesn't have to eat that whole massive piece of banana cake. What are you using as a knife?
Stirrer.
A coffee stirrer. And it broke.
So it's kind of cool up here on deck 10. It's as close as we can get to the bow of the ship, and we're actually not too far away from the heads, where apparently it gets a bit rough, and we're really on our way down to the open Bass Strait to Tassie. But yeah, it's a perfect day for it. It's really quite calm out there. Righto, we're turning the corner into the heads. Bass Strait in the background. Here we go.
We've just started going through the heads. It's a little bit rolly. We went to Google to see some of the most common questions people have about the Spirit of Tasmania, and we're filming this section from a beautiful free camp in Tassie. Here's a sneak peek. So, first question is, how long does the Spirit of Tasmania crossing take? The schedule says it takes 11 hours, but it didn't quite take that long for us, did it, Nige?
No, it was closer to 10 hours, wasn't it?
Thankfully, because it was long.
It was long enough.
We've got to apologise about the flies here, they're quite bad.
Yeah.
To answer this question, yes, there are two Spirits of Tasmania, and we crossed paths with the other ship after a couple of hours into Bass Strait. Can you stay in your car on the Spirit of Tasmania?
No. Yeah, we would have been quite able to go in and out of the van, and particularly make a cup of coffee, but you've got to turn your gas off.
Yeah, so you can't stay in your car, you cannot access your vehicle at all. So the best thing is to pack yourself a day bag with everything that you're going to need. Next question, how much does it cost to take your car? That really depends on the length of your vehicle. So the two questions they ask when you're booking. Firstly, is your vehicle over 2.1 metres? And remember, those guys were standing there, so we didn't like crash into the lower part. And the second question is, how long is your vehicle? So you're charged based on the length. So if you're towing a caravan, for example, or towing something else, it's going to be from the front bumper of your car to the back of the van. So you've got to pay for that full length. They weren't really strict on it, like, you know, we measured ours to 7.3 metres, but they didn't check, did they? You asked if she wanted us to pull up, but no.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I guess she could tell straight away. Yeah.
Is it cheaper to fly or to take the Spirit?
Well, I'm flying back, and I think from memory it was only like $150. It was on Virgin. So you might, if you book well in advance, you might be able to find quite a cost-effective flight.
And I guess if you're flying, you're not spending all that money on food and everything on the boat.
Yeah, it's quite expensive. We would have spent over $100 between the two of us.
Yeah.
Maybe $120. We had a couple of wines, as you do. We only had one meal, the lunch, didn't we? We didn't have the evening meal, and we still spent well over $100.
Next question, is it easy to sleep? Well, I guess if you're doing a night crossing, so there is a day crossing and a night crossing. We did the day crossing. If you're doing the night crossing and you have a cabin, I guess it's quite a bit easier. You can just book onto the recliner seats, but I've heard from people that they were like stuck in between two people that were snoring, and your seat is reserved. It's kind of like on a plane. You've got no choice of where your seat is. So I don't think I would like that.
During the daytime, I mean, our recommendation that we were glad we had was to go head straight for the they call it the reading room or library, was it?
Reading room, yeah. There weren't people lying on the couches sleeping there though.
Not supposed to.
Not supposed to. So is it better to travel day or night? Look, it's a bit cheaper to travel during the day and it's a little bit easier to get those bookings, so the night does tend to book out fairly quickly. But as to whether it's better, who knows? I think it would be better to do it at night, that way, because it does get a bit boring.
Yeah, it gets a bit boring. You'll be able to do some work.
Yeah, well, exactly. I worked the whole way that we were across. So that's one question that came on Instagram. One of our friends who's coming over shortly has asked, did we get bored? By the time we got bored, it was time to have a wine. So,
yeah,
you know, that kind of took a bit of the boredom away.
It wasn't too bad. I didn't have the amount of work you did, of course, but...
you watched a movie, didn't you? How rough is the Spirit of Tasmania crossing?
Wasn't rough at all. You know, once you get beyond the heads, you know, it gets, you know, get that standard wallowy sort of feel.
Rolling.
You know, the rolling. Yeah, I didn't notice anyone getting crook.
No.
That's normally a good indicator if it's rough. Obviously, it could get rough. It's the Bass Strait, so I'd imagine you know, if you're a bit seasick inclined, you might not enjoy the trip. But our particular crossing was quite smooth.
I did take a box of quells that I got from the pharmacy before we went, and I took one middle of the afternoon. I think it helped. Either that or the wine helped.
Well, bearing in mind, you know, you got your head buried in the computer. If you are feeling a bit queasy, the best thing to do is to get up and look out of the horizon, even if it's through the window. Don't sort of, you know, get yourself looking down.
I found when I went out onto the deck when I was feeling a bit sick, that made me feel worse. I have this kind of phobia about the open ocean. If I had been able to see land, I might have been okay, but because it was just open ocean, it gave me a bit of anxiety, so I felt worse. I had to come back inside. Yeah, I've never really liked being out on the open ocean.
Okay.
Can't see me ever doing yacht life. And the last question, can I take food on the Spirit of Tasmania? While you can bring food on board, remember there are quarantine restrictions, so no fresh fruit or vegetables can be taken off the ship in Tasmania. The restaurant has a buffet for breakfast, lunch and dinner. This is what $30 gets you on the Spirit of Tasmania. So that's questions and answers. If you've got any more questions, pop them in the comments, but let's get back to the crossing.
Yes.
We've been following our progress on Nigel's app. Oh, sorry, the boat's listing a little bit. Hello. And we're nearly there. Time for a wine.
Cheers. A little Tassie number, this one. Forget the name of it.
We're about, I don't know, 6 hours in to this journey.
I think got 3 hours to go.
Thank God. I started feeling a bit seasick. I had a quells and now I'm having a glass of wine. I don't think you're meant to do that, but anyway, I am.
3 hours later.
Land ho! Here's Tassie! Woohoo!
The voyage is almost over. We are coming into Devonport. Clearly this is the smoking deck. It stinks out here. But yeah, it's so good to see land. I gotta say, look, it wasn't rough, but that was pretty awful. I did not enjoy that voyage, friends. And I'm not looking forward to the return trip back to Victoria. That I have to do on my own. But anyway, land ho. Here's Devonport, and we will be disembarking the vessel within half an hour. Hallelujah. Gotta say though, the reading room was not a bad place to have to spend the time. It's alright here, what do you reckon, Nige?
Yeah, agree. But given how much of a zoo it is at the top.
What did you think of the ferry crossing, Nige?
Well, apart from the obvious being long. I'm ready to get off.
Yeah. Alrighty, that's it. We've just had the call, making our way down to the van.
Don't need your mind to happy aim
I know.
for that.
Bit of a crowd getting off the boat though. Definite bottleneck getting down the steps to the van.
Welcome back to the van.
And we are heading off. Oh, that's cool. They stand there so no one can hit those corners.
Definitely wouldn't want to turn too early there.
Oh my gosh, it feels so good to be getting off this boat. Welcome to Tasmania.
It's like being in another country.
It does feel like being in another country. We hope you've enjoyed this video and that we've answered all your questions about the Spirit of Tasmania. If you've got more questions, pop them in the comments down below. Meanwhile, go check out this video of the last time we had our van on a ferry, a long way away from here. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.